What's up, everybody? This is Nick.
And this is Eric.
And Eric, today we have much to talk about, but you know what? We actually have something else we're going to do. Something that they can watch alongside this, or with this, or instead of this, or why don't you explain it to them? What is this called? We're calling it a mini cast.
I thought you said lightning cast.
Lightning cast. You know, I come up with a lot of great names. We can call it whatever we want.
I guess we'll just pick it later.
You know what? You know, Webster's Dictionary, lightning cast. Get it in there. Get Nick next to the name.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
All right, so...
Eric, what is a lightning cast?
I guess it's lightning cast. A lightning cast is, if you don't have time to watch typically around an hour of podcast, we're going to try...
Who does?
I know.
Do you get tired of watching long podcasts? I know I do. Eric, what is the solution? I feel like we're going in an 80s infomercial with this. Go with it.
You try to smash all your topics into under 10 minutes.
What? Is that possible?
We'll find out because we haven't done it yet.
I don't know if that's possible.
We haven't done it.
We've got to smash it? Do we use a hammer to do this? Are we going Gallagher style?
Did you drink something before you got here?
Oh man, I am 80s infomercial extraordinaire. I am ready.
I'm ready too.
Do you like podcasts? I know I do. So does this guy. Who's got two thumbs and likes podcasts? It's this guy.
That's me. I like podcasts.
But do you not have the time to 60 minutes to sit down and listen to 60 minutes of podcasting? Do your listening holes get tired of it?
Oh man, please stop. Let's just move on.
You know what?
Let's just move.
That's where the lightning cast is for you. With our patent pending lightning cast, you too can listen to a podcast.
I hope
nonsense.
Someone does not have a lightning cast. Like it's like a weather podcast.
While you're talking about our first thing that we were talking about, I'm going to look up lightning cast.
Oh, you're gonna look, okay, first thing. Well, the first topic is yours. You brought it up. I don't even use this product.
You know what?
I got like a little
spinach in your teeth.
I got a sore in my lip. I don't know how I got that.
Okay.
It's really noticeable.
So
too.
Turns out lightning cast is like a lightning radar thing. So I don't know that we can apply it to this.
Okay.
We're going to go Thundercast.
Well, that makes less
Thundercast.
Try that one.
Thundercast.
That sounds like a podcast about Thundercats.
I know.
Which I would listen to that.
We may actually have to do that one too. Thunder.
Like Thundercats. We didn't. Is that on our list of 80s?
It is on our list.
Okay, good.
Because it was right up there with He-Man.
Oh, yeah. He-Man. That's good.
And
She-Man.
Thundercast is a map website. You know what? We'll get something.
Microcast or minicast? Those are generic enough. They don't have to worry about it. They don't sound like weather phenomena.
You know what? We'll get to you on this. But
check the name in the description below.
But after this, check out the Micro Mini Lightning Cast.
You know what? I like that. Micro Mini Lightning Cast.
We are throwing...
I like that.
The Micro Mini Lightning Thundercast.
Oh, don't put the thunder in there, but that makes sense.
Okay.
I like Lightning Mini Microcast.
Okay, Micro Mini Lightning Cast. I don't know that we've ever put the words all in the same order. Mini Micro Lightning Cast, Lightning Micro Cast, Microning Cast Light. I don't know.
Light. That's not a good one.
You will see it. You can watch it. We're probably going to be talking fast. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to give it a shot. So, Eric, what do we have to talk about today?
The first one is yours. It's Apple product, which I don't use Apple products.
Yes, I use the Apple products. I live a lifestyle that many people want.
What's that? Enslaving Chinese people?
I enjoy apples.
Oh, I like
apples. Apple a day keeps a doctor away.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good fruit. But I actually buy the free phone, and
you don't buy it, then you get the free phone.
I get the free phone.
Buy implies. I mean, you are paying for it through your service contract, though.
That is true. Anyway, but Apple is doing this thing where they're hoping to replace the fingerprint reader that's been on their phones for the longest time, the last few iterations. I think it's since the 5 or the 4. I can't remember.
I have no idea.
You were there. They're wanting to change it with a 3D face scanner. on their phones now. Instead of the fingerprint reader,
Okay.
now they would have your face scanned to get you into the phone instead of having to type in the password or the PIN or any of that stuff.
Okay.
This goes.
This
isn't really a thing that is for sure, but it's looking like people are saying it's looking like this is something they're going towards, because in 2013 they bought the 3D sensor company PrimeSense.
3D sensor. So it has additional sensors outside of just a camera.
Yes, what they're wanting to do is 3D images. So it wouldn't just be a 2D.
It's kind of like
a 2D camera. You know, it would be a total
probably dual cameras on the front, so they can get 3-dimensional aspect, and then plus some IR or some sort of something like that. Whatever, kind of like the Kinect kind of started, but now it's much nicer.
But there are rumors, there's rumors within Apple that is buying up tons of 3D cameras for devices, for device use.
Really?
Now,
so they're tracking purchasing.
Yes.
Yeah, if they're not using them for the cameras, though, for the phones, what would they use them for?
Well, there has also been talk, apparently, according to this article and according to other articles, that they would use it for AR purposes.
Okay, for the phone?
Well, for the phone, possibly for even a future release of something else.
Oh, okay.
But it may be used for the phone. It may, I don't know. This is all kind of speculation. They're saying that it would be 3D face scanning in a hope to get rid of the button.
So they have a full screen on the front.
Yes.
And because that's kind of been the gripe to people I know that have standard, just normal iPhones, not those plus iPhones.
Right.
They're always like, it's so small. You know, it's just a small screen. I have a Nexus 6, which is giant. And I have no problems, but I can see that is real estate. Also, it gets rid of even though it's not a mechanical button as much anymore. It's a haptic button.
Yeah, that's what they call a haptic button.
A haptic button. But that is still space and circuitry being taken up. Which
is something I would say they would probably do, considering in the last iteration of their phone, they got rid of which it made big news, but they got rid of that stupid plug-in jack.
The headphone jack?
The headphone jack.
Yeah, that stupid thing that's like universal.
That everybody uses.
That's on absolutely everything. That stupid thing.
People want. They were so brave.
They're a bold company.
They were a bold company for doing that. Remember, I don't know if you remember that they said they're doing something unique and bold. They're getting rid of the headphone jack. Yeah. You know, that silly thing that no one uses.
Exactly.
That's an old, antiquated technology. Everybody needs to buy Bluetooth. Get with the time, people. Get with the times. But I mean, this is something that, I mean, if they're wanting to get rid of the button and give the full real estate, like you're saying,
okay,
people use their phones for a lot of things.
Yes, I mean,
they use them for watching shows. I remember being on the plane when before the phones went to the i7, which were huge, and with the bigger phones. I remember somebody on the plane watching a movie
on that thing
on their little small phone, and I always likened it to watching it through a keyhole or something.
Yeah.
But with the bigger phones, people can watch, they can adequately stream Netflix or stream Hulu and watch it on their phone. Plus, you can, especially with 4G and LTE and all that stuff.
Isn't 5G coming out?
It's supposed to be pretty soon.
Yeah, 5G, I think Verizon usually is one of the first ones to get.
Right,
they're an LTE,
and those can those speeds that you can get through those.
Yeah,
can actually stream that stuff now
in high def.
Yeah,
that's a lot of bandwidth.
It is, and it'll. I'm sure it'll cost whoever's streaming it an arm and a leg, but to be able to watch it on their phone, but people play games on their phone, and they want that full play area.
Now here's mine. I use my Nexus 6, which is giant. I remote into servers and work on servers from my phone if my connection is down at my house, or for some reason my phone, the connection to my gateway server is always way better on my phone, and I'll just go in and fix things. And so that's why I have a big phone. It's just I love having all that real estate. Makes it easy to work.
It's useful, especially from a business point of view.
Exactly.
A business point of view, having that sort of thing, the same thing that you're talking about. People, I know people that VPN through their phone. They do. Yeah. Phones can do a whole lot of things, and having that extra space, even if it is just that little button area that's at the bottom, having that few inches of extra space is going to help somebody.
Oh yeah,
and
now I can see that happening. It's kind of weird. Typically, Apple steals ideas from other companies and then just says they're new and different.
Well, I'm not saying they haven't done that. That's basically,
that's what they've done for the past 7 years, just stealing Android features and bringing them to the iPhone as a native feature.
Right.
So, I haven't seen a phone do what they're saying. It'd be a new cutting edge technology for a phone to have. Now, Apple did really push the envelope when it came to
taking away the headphone jack.
Went to creating smartphones.
Yes,
I commend them. Steve Jobs for what year did the first iPhone come out?
I don't know.
When it was a smartphone, but before there was a iTunes store or anything.
Right.
I had that phone, and I think I had that one. Can't remember now. A long time ago.
You mean when I was still pulling out my Palm Pilot? You were.
I remember you when you having your giant Palm Pilot and your stylist.
I had my Palm Pilot. I actually had the little keyboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, I would come into class and pull that keyboard and then put this little tiny screen.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I was a nerd.
Take notes on it?
Yes, I did.
Then you sat on it enough that it finally broke in half.
You know what? I was a fat man.
He put his phone in his back pocket and sat on it all the time.
I did it. And I am not ashamed.
Didn't you break more than one phone that way?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I learned a lot of things about the abilities of phones to hold up under a certain weight. Phones, they say, could be run over by a car, but apparently they don't survive my hind end.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see what Apple is doing, to see if they're actually, for once in a 5 or 6 years, going to actually push any kind of envelope in the technology.
Well, not only that, this 3D scanning technology thing, it has a lot of applications just beyond this. And I know it's still being tested and still being, figured out. And Apple doing this that'll help with that process, but along the way, the 3D sensors, the different things that it'll be able to do. One thing they talk about is gesture recognition.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Being able to, do movements and it being able to read it perfectly.
Yes.
It's something that could be very, very interesting in the future of different things.
Yeah, I can see that. It'll be fun to watch and see what they do with it, to see how if they do end up do the 3D tracking and scanning in real time, what all they do with it and how much of a load that takes on the battery and the phone overall.
Right. That they're gonna have to put a new kind of battery in there because that will eat up battery like crazy.
I can't see it. No, I turn off a lot of new features because I just don't use them.
No, those new features it just eats up the battery like crazy, and you got to, otherwise you won't be able to
do anything.
Yeah, be able to have a phone for very long. I remember my iPhone, my original iPhone would not last very long. And that was one of the complaints of one of the original iPhone, is that the battery didn't last very long because it had so many features that it was running in the background and things it was doing in the background that it just destroyed the battery.
And that's been a problem with all technology, right. Battery life. It's come a long ways. I don't know what's after lithium ion. I don't know what the next battery technology is, or unless it's like
it's going to be wired directly into your heart.
Into your heart. Your heartbeat actually powers your phone.
Yeah, you're gonna just have it here
and keep it real close to your chest and just.
Well, we'll have like an old cradle.
Oh, like one of the ones that hang around your neck.
The phone.
I remember
cradle,
those.
Just embedded in our deal, and you'll hang up your phone and charge it overnight as you sleep.
Oh man, that sounds comfy.
Buddy, it's
I can't wait for that to happen.
I know.
Future is now, and speaking of the future being now, Our next story is self-driving cars are powered by video game technology.
So you're telling me that riding in a self-driving car will be like playing a video game. I am ready for this. Put a soccer ball in front of me and I will knock that thing into the goal. A giant soccer ball in my little car. We will do it.
Okay. A lot of people I talk to are very frightened of self-driving cars. I, on the other hand, am so excited. I don't plan on buying like a first-gen self-driving car. I'll probably like subscribe to a service like Uber or Uber self-driving or whatever self-driving service where a car picks me up in the morning, gets me at work in the evening, takes me home, does what I need to do in it, and during the day it can do whatever it wants. Run errands for other people, do whatever, deliver groceries.
So is this self-driving car, is it ran off Pong? That's all I need to know.
It shoots out little balls and they while they're driving next to each other, they play games you can watch.
Yes. I want it to either be powered by Pong, Dig Dug, Qbert, or Pac-Man. Those are the video games that I will give them a choice of.
Not jousting?
Ooh, Joust. Buddy, you bring a whole new one to the table.
I mean, But this is referencing that the GPU power is used to process thousands or millions of pieces of like just information around a car to build out the environment, like radars, cameras, multiple sensors. They can detect objects in the car's path and distinguish between different objects.
And this goes back to what we were just talking about.
Yeah. In
the fact that 3D cameras are going to play a big role in that kind of thing, and these GPUs, it's one of the big ones that they mention in this article is NVIDIA.
Yeah,
which if you know anything about building computers or anything like
gaming,
that, you've heard the name NVIDIA,
and that's where they're getting the video games are responsible for your self-driving car technology. Right. Is because of the GPU, which was developed to offload graphic processing off the processor.
So here's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
If I want the highest, newest video card on the market in my computer,
okay,
all I got to do is jack one of these self-driving cars.
That's right. That is exactly all you have to do.
That's all I need to do.
That is exactly.
Pop the hood and grab,
pull it out.
This thing.
Push the little levers to pop it out.
Right.
And then start running.
Right. And get the fan. Never forget the fan because those things overheat like nobody's business.
Yes.
Nobody's
You're
business.
right. Nobody's
business. I want a car powered by the i7.
An i7.
An i7.
Intel.
I want it overclocked.
So it goes faster?
It goes faster. It has
you want cooling in there so you have it nice and cold inside?
I do. I want liquid cool.
Liquid cooled.
That actually comes
I think cars are liquid cooled.
That comes through my vents.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Way I can.
I want some fans in there, obviously.
Yes.
Okay,
I want myself being taken care of in this self-driving car powered by Pong.
Powered by Pong. I like that.
But no, this is very interesting to me because this is something. I like to build computers. That's something I do. I mean, I've built my own computer. I've worked on people's computers. But this is something that's interesting to me because we've talked about these self-driving cars, and it makes sense because these graphics cards that are put out there, these GPUs that handle these high-end graphics,
yes,
it's something that they would have to take in like you're saying, the sensor data, the 3D cameras, all of those different things. It would have to take those in, interpret it into something that the processor or whatever is controlling the car, which I'm guessing will be a processor, but it is something that GPU would have to be able to work with.
Well, that way they know they should either hit a dog or an old person.
Right.
So they have the choice.
Those split-second decisions that only our human minds and eyes can make.
Yes.
And say hit both.
Yeah. J turn and try to hit him.
A machine can't do.
But this it can though.
It can?
The future is now.
The future is now.
The machines can kill both animal and man in one fell swoop.
See, and that's good.
That's what we're after, right?
That is.
That's the future.
That is.
if the nature doesn't kill us, I think the computers know nature's trying to kill us.
Right.
So it's hey, I need to both kill man and animal.
Look, the machines have a prime directive.
Yes.
They don't hurt humanity.
Yes.
They don't hurt their masters.
But they do enslave them to keep them safe.
That's true. Because they want to make sure their masters are safe, so they take out anything in the way.
So they destroy nature to save us.
They destroy nature to save us.
Enslave us to keep us alive, because without nature we'll mostly die.
Right.
Man, computers have it going on.
It understands so much more than us, Eric.
We are nothing.
Thank you, NVIDIA. God bless you, NVIDIA.
Thank you, Hal,
for taking care of us and thinking about us.
Thank you very much.
With your fancy cameras and your sensors and your GPUs and all that fun stuff.
All that good stuff. I'm really looking forward to being enslaved to my computer overlords.
Yes.
But then I won't have to drive.
You won't have to go. You won't have to drive anywhere.
It sounds like a good trade-off to me.
It will never let you outside of the car. You'll be like a little puppy left in the car
it just keeps going
at
around.
Walmart.
Why would it go to? Why just drives in the desert?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's where I always saw like dogs left in a rolled up car is because.
No, really?
At the Walmart in Nevada.
Oh,
it was just a whole nother world there, brother. But this will be interesting to see how it turns out, because it's going to be responsible for making decisions, but also setting paths, showing the path, making those kind of things based off what it sees. So this little bit of technology, and yes, I think the headline of this article is a little misleading.
Yeah, it's clickbaity.
Yeah, it is clickbaity, but it is also. I mean, it also kind of brings you to kind of an interesting aspect of this technology that's moving forward.
It is moving forward. And NVIDIA partnered with a Chinese company, which I found that's primarily kind of what the article is about at the end of it.
Baidu.
The Apollo self-driving car initiative.
Yes.
Will bring the Drive PX AI hardware to Chinese car manufacturers. So America may not be on the cutting edge of driving cars.
I don't know.
Mercedes is doing theirs. That's not, of course, not an American company either. Mercedes is doing theirs. Who else is doing driving cars? Google. I heard Apple has an Apple car that they're
working on.
I don't know if that's for public release. So we have Google. Say that word again. Baidu. Google. Baidu. Apple, Mercedes. Chrysler has their version, which is supposed to be coming out very soon.
Yes.
Within the year, I thought. They're supposed to have a version of a
and I wouldn't be...
Of course, Tesla.
I was going to say, Tesla is on the verge. Ford will be making one.
Yeah, I'm sure Ford has a driverless car.
Microsoft is going to make a driver...
Just to compete with Apple?
Yes.
Well, I mean, is Apple competing with Microsoft with the video camera to recognize?
It may be.
Because that's what,
I will say
Windows
this.
10 can do it, but I don't ever turn it on.
Microsoft did put that out, but that technology was terrible.
Yes.
Because I know when my beard grew out, the thing didn't recognize me.
So, they could see you in the morning, but by the evening, it didn't know who you were.
No, it had no clue.
It had no clue who you were.
No clue. This is all in one day of growth.
Yeah, you shave every evening.
Right.
Every night.
Every night I shave, and then this happens the next
you have to shave at night, because if you shaved in the morning, your beard might grow out so much it strangles you by morning.
If the moon is full, it's even worse. And I have this weird, howling problem and itching.
Bloodlust.
Yeah. Fangs come out. It's really weird. But you know what? Strangely, Paramount wants to make a monster movie with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the Dooku?
Yeah, in the Dooku.
Wow. I'd love to see you in the Dooku, Nick.
Buddy, I would rock in the Dooku.
What is the Dooku for those of our listeners?
Dark Universe, Cinematic Universe.
There you go. The Dooku. All right. Let's chug.
What's next there, Eric? What is our next story? We need to chug right along.
As per our roots, as per where we come from, retro, talking about 80s, 90s, even into the 70s.
Look, retro is something we like to talk about. What do you got for us?
A franchise is coming back. Well, a franchise that had just one one very popular movie is coming back.
Okay.
31 years later.
Okay, wait a second. Don't tell me what it is.
Or don't look on the screen that's right in front of you.
Describe it to me. I'm looking down. Just describe it to me.
They say something to the respect of, I have a need to go very quickly.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle. I like which part? Part 19?
Part 4 is coming out. I think they had 3.
No, I think they had way more. I didn't Iron Eagle.
No, I needed to make a Iron Eagle.
I gotta
joke.
Find how many.
Hang on, I'll look that up. You talk about what we actually have to.
Top Gun 2 is coming. It's going to be called Maverick. And yes, I know you are all asking on the edge of your seats. Our good friend Cruise will be in there.
Tom Cruise.
He will, I hear, be getting out of his cell that is held in by the Scientologist for this movie.
Oh, they're letting him out?
Yeah, just for this one movie.
Well, they showed his cell in The Mummy. It's actually a sarcophagus.
That's where they keep him.
That's where they keep him. They let him out every once in a while. He's like, hey. Well, you're gonna
jumping
let me
up on stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna make a movie. Like, oh, we got to sedate him quickly.
So, the current release date is July 12th. Not this year, not in a couple days, but 2019. 2019. So we got about 2 years late, give or take a few days. Directed by Kaczynski. He also directed. What else did he direct? Oblivion?
Yeah, he did Oblivion with Tom Cruise, which was not a great movie.
I never saw it.
It's the one where he's basically a clone that is reliving somebody else's life.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
It's a really weird movie. It has.
He's a clone. Well, I did like the movie. What was that?
By the way, 4 Iron Eagle movies. There was Iron Eagle 1, Iron Eagle 2, 3, and then Iron Eagle on the Attack.
What year is the last one come out?
1995.
Oh, we are way overdue. We're 20 years. We're 22 years out.
Yep.
It's about time to reboot that franchise.
It is time to bring back the Iron Eagle. If you can find Lou Gossett Jr., he was in all 4. If you can,
was he really?
If you can find that man, you can make this movie.
Let's do it.
I'm sure he's out there.
Someone else do it.
I like to. It makes me feel good just to think that Lou Gossett's somewhere out there.
He's out just in the wilderness.
Makes me feel good inside knowing he's somewhere out there doing the Lord's work.
Keeping us safe.
Watching from the shadows.
He's a dark overlord.
He's there for all of us.
So,
but yeah, so Top Gun 2, 31 years later. This goes along with our much talked about weird where retro movie sequels are coming out years
decades.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Blade Runner.
Came back out.
You had a long period of time between Die Hard 2 and Die Hard 3 Die Hard 3 and Die Hard 4.
Okay.
It was
Indiana Jones. And
Indiana Jones.
Crystal Skull.
But you didn't have to mention the name.
Oh man, it's so bad.
You didn't have to mention the name. And you also, even think about it. Star Wars, the prequel trilogies came out.
Oh yeah,
years later after the
prequel trilogy.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about those either.
No.
But then there was a nice long period between the Part 7 and the prequels. But I don't know. This goes along with our talk about that. Now, here's the big question, and it's the question on.
There's a big question.
There is a big question.
Okay.
Because there's a big personality, a big man that people are going to wonder if he's coming back.
I know you're talking about. I was asking the same question.
Will you be? Here's the question: will he be our Huckleberry?
Huckleberry.
Yeah, man. Have you never seen Tombstone? He played.
Oh.
He played not Wyatt Earp. He played Doc Holliday. And he's like, I'll be your Huckleberry. No. Will he be in this movie? Will Val Kilmer, Batman from Batman and Robin, be coming back?
Hold on. Val Kilmer's best role
Was Batman?
No, not Batman. It was, I'm trying to think of The Saint.
That was an okay movie.
That was a great movie. I love The Saint.
Ah, man, that is one that does not hold up.
I love that movie.
We'll talk about that some other time.
I hope Val Kilmer as Iceman comes back.
Are you hoping for another beach volleyball scene?
The homoerotic beach volleyball scene?
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's 2.
Are you wanting a homoerotic beach volleyball? Are you wanting a weird... I want Val Kilmer to come back and do his weird bite thing where he's like, oh, Maverick.
Yeah.
You know, where he that weird thing.
Yeah, like...
He ends the argument by doing that, and you're like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
So...
Well, this is supposed to be in the same
question.
vein of the previous movies, a competition film, like the first one. So still have the same tones as the first one. I don't know. I kind of get what they mean. There's probably going to be an arrogant character. Tom Cruise is going to be now the level-headed flight instructor.
That's what I was going to say. Do you want to make a bet now that he will be playing Maverick will be a flight instructor?
Yes, he will be getting off. He comes back from shipping. What was it? We talked about it earlier.
Oh, shipping dog poo
from Hong Kong. Yeah, he comes off that, and he comes back to his flight instructor.
Right. But the thing is, he has to deal with somebody that was just like him.
Yes.
When he was young and arrogant. You know what we call this? It's a dangerous mind scenario. Remember the movie Dangerous Minds where the teacher goes in and it's like Michelle Pfeiffer?
Oh, yeah, and it has like Snoop Dogg music.
Yes.
That was a really good soundtrack.
Yes. But, I mean, it was a pretty good movie. I mean,
yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
The classic teacher goes in and turns these kids' life around.
Like Sister Act 2.
Yes. Well, not just Sister Act 2, Sister Act.
Oh, yeah, Sister Act. Yeah.
Let's make sure that we don't get the continuity lost here.
Yeah, Sister Act.
There's a lot of subtle plot points we need to. If we're going to talk Sister Act, we don't even have that kind of time, buddy. But I mean, this could be interesting. I mean, I think I would hate to think that it will fall into that typical storyline genre of these sequels, but I would also like to think that it might do something original.
I doubt it will. I can't see it do anything original. I don't know who's writing it. I would love to know who's writing. They probably don't even have a team up there.
I either want the flight instructor, but more what I want is I want an old alcoholic Maverick to have to be brought out of retirement.
Overweight and depressed.
Yes, like there's only one man that can make this flight. And then like it cuts to him in like a sweat hut and they open the door. They're like, Maverick. And
you're talking about Hot Shots.
Yes!
Hot Shots.
Yes, that's what I want.
We're missing out on movies that are, what do they call them?
Parodies?
Parodies, yeah.
Yes.
Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2.
See, but that's what I want. I want that.
You want the Hot Shots. Hot Shots to be, Maverick.
Every time I try to get out, you keep pulling me back in.
Hot Shots is a good movie.
Hot Shots was a good movie.
That is a good movie.
But you have anything more to add on this story?
No, I'm looking forward to not watching it at the theater and being able to criticize it later on.
Yeah, more than likely, yes.
I'm looking forward to that. That's where I'll get my enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, like we'll sit there and go, Tom Cruise is old and probably washed up.
He's pretty... you seen Mummy yet?
I have not seen the Mummy yet.
It didn't get great reviews.
No, it got horrible reviews, actually. In fact, they're saying it may have destroyed the whole Dooku.
Really?
Yes, there's a possibility unless they try to turn this around somehow.
I hope they don't destroy the Dooku. It got a lot of good monsters in it.
Well, it does, and it can be done. It can be done well if they do it well.
Exactly.
So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. We are going to wrap this one up. It was another great episode. Eric, what all we talk about today?
Well, today we talked about first Apple getting rid of the biometric fingerprint scanner.
3D cameras.
3D cameras.
That's right.
We moved on to the self-driving cars.
The death of humanity.
That's going to enslave us all.
Right.
To protect us.
Right.
And we finally finished up with our great actor, Tom Cruise.
Tom Crazy Man Cruise.
Coming back with his role as Maverick.
Of Top Gun fame. Ah, yes.
Good times. A lot of good things are happening.
Good. Hey, looks, I mean... The future is bright.
The future's now.
And here's a question I have for the listeners or anybody that watches this. What do you think of a new Top Gun movie? What do you think? What is another movie? Here's another question. What is an old movie that you want to see a sequel of?
I got mine. I want them to redo Transformers, the movie from the 80s.
Okay.
But keep it in that style of animation. And no, you know what? No, don't read it. Just let's go watch the old Transformers movie.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But no, seriously, what is an old movie that you enjoyed that you think would be a great sequel? Don't answer because
I got one.
We will save that for the next one. But that is your homework. That is your thinking. Use your thinking spot in your head and try to figure out what movie that is.
Is yours from the movie podcast that came out today? Wednesday? Didn't you release the?
No, that was last week. And one of those might include mine, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Well, we thank you for watching as always. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Eric, what do they need to do to support us?
To support us, continue listening. Hit that like, subscribe, or whatever button you're listening to this on. We are on iTunes, Google Play. We're on YouTube. SoundCloud. Podbean's our home, our primary home. And so if you want to podcast us or watch us in person, because we're beautiful, beautiful people, come and enjoy, pull up a chair, have a conversation. And, if you want to submit a video for Eric Watches, which I didn't get one this week, so I got an open slot coming up for Eric Watches. If you want to submit a video for me to watch and to critique and promote on our site, on our podcast, let me know.
Yep. And we, as always, we thank you. Much like PBS, we are supported by viewers like you.
Yes.
And by the number 1.
Not the government.
Not the government. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We are actually going to have a website up here fairly soon. We are working on that. And another thing we might be rolling into is maybe a little Patreon.
Maybe
we had talked about that. Because we enjoy doing this, and we would, we hope you enjoy us doing this.
And much rather do this than our real jobs.
What did you say? We want to be contributors to society. Please help us.
Yeah.
Help us, please.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for listening. Eric, final thoughts?
No.
All right, bye. Thank you for listening. Have a good one.
Bye.